Anyway, moving on. We got tip of the week, and since we have a kind of short show today, we decided to put three tip of the week. What? Three tip of the week instead of one. We've been giving only one. First of all, details. They show up in meets. If you have been breathing out of every turn, guess what we were seeing at the meet? People breathing out of every turn. Yeah. Coach Aaron's call those the desperation breakouts.
The desperation breakouts, you don't set your turn up properly, you push it off the wall, and the first thing you do is out of your streamline. And
look out for air.
And then you slow down. You go to a complete dead stop.
Yeah.
So desperation breakouts.
Exactly. So we handed the swimmers yesterday in practice a couple of handouts with some guidelines in practice and some things to remember. And really, all those details, streamlines, turns, they show up in meets. If you're not doing that on a regular basis during practice, guess what? They're not going to be great in meets. They got to be second nature. They got to be something you were not thinking about just because you do it every time. So start paying attention to that in practice. We've been talking about this. We're going to be stressing that even more.
Very good. Next tip of the week. Tip of the week. Look, we're doing a great job with being in shape, mentally ready to go, warming up, warming down, whatever it is. Most of everything was taken care of. The one thing that concerned me was you know how to eat nutritiously and put yourself in the right position that way, but were you replacing things in your body during the swim meet? You got to realize when you're working very hard, you burn up a lot of calories, a lot of energy, and you do have to replace that somehow, whether it be Gatorade, snacks, fresh fruit, granola bars. You got to do something to replace what you're using up. And those swim sessions are very long. You get to the pool 7:30. Your last event is at 11:30. It's 4 hours later, and you're on the go constantly for 4 hours. You do need to eat something to keep replacing that, and that does take some experience. So you need to know what you're doing with that. But start small. Just bring Gatorade, bring some fruit. Just eat that in between so that you're not hungry. Okay. Anything to add to that?
I really don't know. How can you expect to be on the go for 4 hours without eating? That's really.
I mean, there are days when I'm like lazy on like a Sunday, and I can't go 30 minutes without eating something.
Yeah. There are days like.
I'm hungry right now.
Every single day of the week, where I gotta eat every 10 minutes. Yeah.
You got fuel. Your body, you're an athlete. It needs fuel. This is good, by the way.
Is it?
No. I'll give you one. I just ate part of it. I'll tell you after.
Anyway.
What's the next bit?
We're gonna give me a second.
I'll hurry up and chew.
Okay, really, we made a meat manual. We gave ideas of snacks, no excuses there. Ideas of things to types of sports drinks. Really, no excuses. You guys should know about this by now. You should be doing it. Make sure you take care of yourselves, like Coach Aaron said. It's really you can't. Even if you spend 4 hours on the couch, you're gonna need something while you're at the couch.
I don't know. When I'm on the couch, I'm sleeping. But
you should probably wake up in between and eat. But anyway, really, 4 hours swim meet. Don't even try to go without food. Last tip of the week. It was great to see how much our swimmers improved throughout the weekend. And especially some of our less experienced swimmers, some swimmers that were attending the meet that was their first swim meet ever. I saw these guys in practice on Friday, and I saw them towards the end of warm-ups on Saturday, and they look like different swimmers. Just from being at that competitive scenario and watching all those other swimmers that are more experienced swimming and everything, and watching those other swims, they improved tremendously. It is really, we can't really put it into words how much just being at the meet and trying out a couple of races helped every swimmer that was there. So make sure you take advantage of all the swim meets. As a parent, as a swimmer, if you really want, as a parent, if you really want your child to develop as a swimmer, there's the benefit of those is really tremendous. You should definitely. Okay, I got it. You should definitely make it to more swim meets.
Very good. Last thing. The dual meets. I've heard a lot of comments that the dual meets really help the senior swimmers. We have dual meets on Saturdays when we're not in a real swim meet. And the whole goal this entire fall has been to make sure that you can race no matter what the conditions are, and that one event does not affect the next event. You know, so many times I've heard in the past in ACAC that, well, I don't want to do such and such an event before my best event. I'm going to rest time. I'm not going to be ready to go. And that's just completely false. You guys are in great shape. It's a mental aspect of, you know, getting something done, going on to your next event 10 minutes later, getting up and swimming fast. And, you know, you see all those, you know, you see some of the best swimmers in the country, you know, doing that all the time. You know, Michael Phelps would not have won 8 golds if he didn't know how to go from one race to the next. We train hard so that we can do these things, but mentally it just takes some of that experience. And I'm proud of these senior swimmers for doing that, and it did show up in the meet. We were fresh mentally for most of our races, and it was great.
Yeah. Yeah, we really got that comment from a lot of swimmers that have been going to those Saturday dual meets. It really helped them be prepared. That's what we've been doing. They race, cool down, race, cool down, race, cool down. And so we kind of really felt that all the swimmers that have been attending those Saturday practices were really well prepared for this meet, for this type of meet, and this is how high school state is going to be. So really take advantage of those Saturdays. Just make it to them, and they're going to help you.
All right. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Hopefully on Monday next week.
All right.